What's up, YouTube? It's the Action Figure Grader coming back to you with another video. We're going to take a look at recent sales prices for the vintage collection. We've got everything from graded to ungraded, TVC 1.0 to TVC 2.0. Lots of really high prices, especially for some of the graded items. We're going to kind of start early and then get all the way to some of the more recent releases. As always, thank you to my Patreon supporters. You guys allow this channel to happen as it currently stands. Patreon.com/actionfiguregrader is where you can go to sign up to get 24 hours early access to all of my videos. Let's go ahead and dig right in, and I apologize, but the site that I use for the best offer that was accepted on eBay, 130point.com, they are having a lot of issues this week. So a lot of the best offer accepted, I couldn't look up what the final sales price was. And it's been that way for a few videos now. So I don't know what's going on with that site. I can get to the main page, but when you try to use the best offer accepted function, it just freezes up. So hopefully they fix that soon. But here is a Return of the Jedi unpunched US card for Boba Fett with the prototype Boba Fett offer on the front. And I think I also got a Revenge of the Jedi card back from the Death Star SDCC playset. This one was listed for $170. I thought that was a really great price. Pretty beautiful card. Looks like it's got some dust that needs to be cleaned off. But the card itself was in pretty good shape. A little bit of edge wear potentially in the upper right-hand corner, but beautiful unpunched US card back. It was listed again for $170, free shipping, best offer accepted, so maybe $150-ish, somewhere in that ballpark. I thought that was a great price. I thought I had a Revenge as well, but maybe I didn't put that one in this video. But there was a Revenge of the Jedi that was also listed similar to this Boba Fett. That one sold for $250. I don't think I included it as part of this video, though. This is an interesting one. VC16 Obi-Wan Kenobi, unpunched US card. And this one sold for a big number. It looked to be pretty much case fresh, as this seller tends to have. This seller, Power Droid, I bought from before. Always has really nice items, and this VC16 Obi-Wan was unpunched, and it looked awfully nice. It says it was sold at $450. I mean, that to me seems high, but I don't know whether this is one that was tough to find unpunched. I feel like it's not, but that's what the final sales price was that was quoted. $450 free shipping. This is, of course, a really expensive one, and yet we found yet another Clone Commander Cody unpunched example that sold for big money. This one, unlike the last one, this one was a buy it now situation, and it sold for $775. That still does not beat the high sales price that we saw. I think it was a little over a year ago now. That was an unpunched example that sold at auction for over $1,000. I don't remember the exact number, but this one looked to be a nice, clean, unpunched US card for VC19, the retail release, obviously, with the rocket firing Fett offer, and $775 took that one home, $775. So yet another big number for an unpunched Clone Commander Cody. I've got both the regular as well as the Canadian VC20 Yoda, and here is the regular version, unpunched US card back. This one sold for $88.23 plus $8 shipping in an auction. This is obviously the most common. You can find that pretty easily, but it looked to be in pretty great shape. But the big one is this one, the Canadian VC20 Yoda with the alternate image and the multi-language name pill. We all know how expensive this one is. It was listed at auction for $1,500, and it did not sell the first time around. And so the seller relisted it, and there was a best offer that was accepted that was apparently $1,500. So it did end up selling unpunched US card, $1,500 for that Yoda. It looked to be pretty clean overall, maybe just some very, very light edge wear, but probably like an 85 plus condition. But that's one of the holy grails, if not the holy grail, for the vintage collection line, the Canadian VC20 Yoda with the multi-language name pill and the alternate card image. So $1,500 took that home. Big, big number. Next up was an uncirculated 9.0 VC25 R2D2. And this one sold for $300. And this seller is the same seller, Power Droid, that had that uncirculated VC44 Luke Skywalker Dagobah landing. And that one sold for $700. This one was obviously a little bit less desirable of a card. But, ungraded, these can sell for $80 to $125. But this was an uncirculated 9.0 on the modern scale with AFA, and it still sold for big money, $300 plus $20 shipping. Here's the Super Battle Droid, VC37 unpunched. always kind of a nice one and a somewhat difficult one. I put this kind of in the same category maybe as the Magna Guard in terms of finding that one unpunched. The Magna Guard might be a little bit more rare, but the Super Battle Droid, it seems to be kind of holding its own in terms of price when it's unpunched. This was the U.S. card. It sold for $125, free shipping. I believe we saw that Magna Guard that was an unpunched example sell for $210 in a fairly recent auction. Here was an AFA 8.5 Revenge of the Jedi FET offer. So this is the retail release with the prototype FET offer. U.S. card back. Again, it was 8.5 on the modern scale. That one sold for $600 plus $15 shipping. So yet another high price for the Slave Leia VC64. $600 plus $15 shipping for an AFA 8.5 retail release version. Here was one I had in my what to buy video, and it did finally sell. This one was an uncirculated 85 rocket firing Boba Fett. 90, 85, 85 were the sub scores, and it was listed for $200 plus $12.45 shipping. I assume it sold for the best offer that I was offered of $175, but pretty good deal, I feel like, for a U-85 rocket firing Boba Fett. Next up was an AFA 8.5 special action figure set. This is the hero set with Luke Skywalker X-Wing, Ben Kenobi, and Han Solo. And this was a Target exclusive. It was listed for $180 plus $16 shipping. Best offer accepted. So probably in that $150 to $160 range. But that's one you don't find graded very often, and a pretty nice one. Next up was a Star Killer. Unpunched U.S. card back with the Darth Maul offer sticker. This one was in an auction. $202.50 plus $10 shipping took that home, and that seems to be kind of the going rate. Anywhere on the low end from $180 to as high as about $225. So this was kind of right in the middle there at about $212.50 after shipping. Next up was an AFA 9.0 original issue Ahsoka VC102. This is the modern scale grading, and that one was at auction, and it sold for big money. So Ahsoka, the original issue, continues to bounce off the lows. Again, it was a high-grade example. It sold for $730 plus $20 shipping. We saw it get down to kind of $300 to $350 ungraded in nice condition. This one obviously was graded, so somebody paid up a little bit more for that, and it was an auction. 43 bids, so lots of action on that one. That one closed on February 26th. Next up, we had a VC109 Clone Trooper Lieutenant Attack of the Clones unpunched U.S. card back. That one sold for $125, and again, that's kind of right in line with recent data points. I found some data points as high as $140 after shipping to as low as $110. So $125 free shipping took that one home, and it did look to be in really clean condition. Likewise, here's the Shock Trooper VC110. This one was the U.S. card back. It looks like it had some minor issues in the upper left-hand corner of the card back right there. But again, beautiful card, unpunched, really awesome card image there. That one sold over in Europe for 100 euros, which is $106 plus shipping. Next up was the original issue VC113 Republic Trooper on the Expanded Universe character debut sticker. U.S. unpunched card, and this one sold for $85. What a low on that one, plus $10 shipping. I mean, I remember back in the old days before this one was reissued that this one would routinely hit between $150 and $180, but just as every other reissue has happened, the price has come down on this one. So I feel like that's a really good buy. $85 plus $10 shipping for that unpunched U.S. card for VC113. Another graded example, this was an uncirculated 9.0 Vidan Skiff Guard and our Skiff Pilot. This one sold for $98 in an auction. Free shipping. I thought that was a pretty good deal from the seller Disruptor. He always has nice high-grade TVC for sale, either at auction or in buy-it-now situations. But uncirculated 9.0 Vidan Skiff Pilot for $98. Next up was the Razor Crest HasLab pack-in of Grogu with the Chrome Prom. This one was an unpunched example, obviously, but it was in really good shape overall. It looked to be a nice flat card. Sometimes those pack-ins could be curled, but this card was in really great shape. And this is the lowest price I've seen for the HasLab 001 Grogu, $60 in an auction. Only one bid plus $10 shipping. So about $70 for that for a really clean example. I thought that was a really good price for that Razor Crest pack-in. Next up was the Walmart exclusive Maldo Kreese, Mando, and Grogu. 8.5 on the modern scale. And that one has come back down a little bit in price. It was about $140 for an AFA 8.5 a few months ago, but it's been slowly creeping back down as more examples have become available on eBay. So it was like $140, then it got to $130, and then $115, and now this one sold for $100, free shipping. So really good price on that one, and now's probably a pretty good time if you want to get that one in an 8.5 grade. That Walmart exclusive is a really nice looking example. I have that in my collection, and let me tell you, because of that oversized card back, it's number one, tough to get in good shape, but it just looks so good in acrylic. A Mando and Grogu Maldo crease slabbed in acrylic looks really awesome, let me tell you. Next up was that Death Troopers multi-pack that was a Shop Disney exclusive. This was 8.5 on the modern scale. Pretty nice box art. That one sold for $102.50 plus free shipping. I thought that was a pretty good buy there. Next up, we've got the 2 Target exclusive Droids card backs. We've got R2-D2 and then the Boba Fett sold for big money. This was an uncirculated 8.5, so tough to get any Target exclusive in an uncirculated grade because the submitter had to send in a sealed case of these. And this one sold for $140.50 free shipping. And then likewise, he also had an uncirculated 8.5 Target exclusive Boba Fett. This was one of my favorite releases from 2022. I know it's a repaint, but the card art just really speaks to me. I love the way this one looks. And that one sold for big money accordingly. Again, some buyers are willing to pay a little bit more for that uncirculated designation. $173 free shipping on that one, so really nice. And then finally, we had the Entertainment at Earth exclusive Umbra Operative Art Trooper. This is the Gaming Greats Battlefront 2 uncirculated 9.0. That one sold for $132.50 free shipping. So again, to get some of these store exclusives in an uncirculated grade, that means the submitter to the grading company had to send in a sealed case. And so as a result, these uncirculated designations, you're going to pay a little bit more for. I've got 2 of these at CAS right now, so hopefully they come back with good grades. But really nice. I love the card art on this one. Is really awesome, and the colors on that clone trooper just really pop. So anyway, that's all I really had for this video. I hope you enjoyed looking at some of the recent sales prices for the vintage collection. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll be back soon.